Hey guys, it's Kylie with Kiwibox.com outside on the roof of Kiwibox offices, and we're talking to rapper MC Blitz the Ambassador. What's going on?
Excellent. It's lovely to be up here.
Excellent.
It's New York behind us. Can't go wrong.
Well, tell me a little bit about your name. The graphic that you've always got that's associated with your name is the man with the boombox who's got a head for shooting himself because, see, there we go. Shooting himself because of all the stuff on the radio right now, all the garbage.
Well, I mean, that's definitely one thing. I mean, like, what I've tried to do with the artwork is just leave it up for people just to have their opinions about them. So it's really not locked into like any one idea. Some people have said it's like the corporations killing the music, and for whatever reason, killing themselves in the process.
Right.
I mean, if you look at how badly records are doing right now, it's like it's no surprise. But yeah, you know, it's just like also just the garbage on the radio. You know what I mean? It's like, but I think a lot of it has to do with just corporate control and just not enough artists taking control of their art. And that's really what my music is about.
Your next album that you have coming up is called Suicide Stereotype, I guess. Is that what it says on the bottom?
It's actually Stereotype, but that's the suicide up here. So.
Well, why did you choose the name for that title? The title for that album?
Well, I think in general, I feel like it's time to just kill the stereotypes of what an MC should be.
Right.
I feel unfortunately, artists like you know, very mainstream artists have found themselves falling into the same 4 or 5 topics that, you know, honestly, there are way more people who are way broader and are trying to hear stuff that isn't always about the club, isn't always about shooting, isn't always about drugs. You know what I mean? Like just an alternative. So the goal for this project is just to bring topics that aren't really discussed every day, you know what I mean? In terms of hip hop, when you close your eyes and you imagine what hip hop is, it's usually the top 40 BET, MTV sound versus, you know, the stuff that really hip hop was birthed out of, which is being in the neighborhoods and seeing the good, the bad, the ugly, and just being documentarians.
Just bringing it back to the roots.
That's basically all it is.
So, rumor has it that you've been courted by a lot of major labels to put out the album.
Here and there.
Who are some people that have kind of approached you?
Well, there's been a lot, and just without like, you know, giving out any like real names, you know, it's just, I personally feel like, and I'll just state generally here, that a lot of the guys who have sat down with us aren't really lovers of the music anymore, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, they sit with you and it's really just about the brand and it's really about, wow, how can we sell this boombox head, you know what I mean? Versus really listening to the music and going, okay, these are elements that, you know, people need to hear. So, I mean, it's really been a back and forth, and to be honest, I really feel like the generally accepted rules of engagement are broken, and the labels just haven't really found a smart way to like figure out how to get people to buy records anymore.
Right.
So being signed to a major right now is really, really, like you're really digging yourself into a hole. And yes, I've been approached, but I've been thinking about it, and I haven't said yes to anybody, and I'm trying to see what I can do on my own.
Also, there's been a lot of comparisons to you and one of the all-time greatest rappers, MCs also, KRS-One, who you mentioned before. Are any of those comparisons warranted?
Yo. Whoa, like Blitz the Ambassador, KRS-One, not close. I mean, KRS is a legend.
He's one of the people that influenced you.
Huge. I mean, like he was on my wall growing up, you know, and like to me it was special. I got to open for him at Prospect Park in front of like 6,000 people last summer, and like to me that was like the highlight of my career. I mean, growing up in Ghana, if I told somebody, yeah, I'll be opening for KRS in Brooklyn, they'll be like, shut up, you know? So, I mean, just to me, that was like the ultimate. He's unbelievable. He's the only guy who can rock for 2 hours and then come back for an encore, and it'll still be classic stuff that we all remember, you know what I mean? So he's awesome. And like meeting him was just an honor, and I feel he's probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
Well, unlike most rappers who just perform live shows with a DJ and a mic, you have an actual band, right?
Full piece.
Why did you choose to use an entire band rather than just a DJ?
Well, because it's really boring. Just like watching any one guy parade a stage and just yell at you, you know, for 2 hours. It's boring. I never liked that about hip hop. That was really what attracted me to a ton of just alternative music, because going out and watching these guys was just like the best, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm trying to bring into hip hop, is this true live experience that just people get. Of course, we still use samples. We still, you know, it's a very sampled art, so I don't stray from that. But I make sure that, you know, the records have an opportunity to grow, and the only way you can do that is having a sax solo, a guitar solo, a percussion. I play percussion in the band, so, you know, a percussion solo, just little stuff that elevates the art, and that just kind of keeps you within the same 8-bar loop, you know. So that's really why I use a band.
To wrap it up, what are some plans that you have for after Suicide Stereotype drops?
Primarily, like, another thing that I'm a visual artist, and I grew up just like, you know, drawing. I'm moving more into filmmaking, and that you know, that is helping me out a lot, because this project is a very visual project. Like,
I can tell.
This character is like, he is like known. Like, a lot of people see me rock the shirt and go, yo, I know that. And then I go, it's my album. And they're like, really? I thought it was like some campaign, you know? So it's a really, really, it's a cool concept that I'm working with, but the goal is eventually just to dabble into filmmaking, not act. I'm like a terrible actor, but like direct.
You could probably act.
Yeah, a little bit. But the goal really is just to really just direct and be behind the scenes, and you know, I just finished a screenplay that I'm really excited about. That I'm just going to be going in that direction, and really just trying to add music to visuals, and you know, just elevate the art, really. That's it.
Well, thank you so much for coming to Kiwibox today.
Absolutely.
I love the graphic image.
Yep.
Looking forward to the album.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. I can't stress enough. Kiwibox, baby. We're here. Thank you.
Thank you.